Suswagatam. Raja Yoga Shloka Sangraha. As we have been hearing, four main streams of yoga, whether it is Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Raj Yoga, or Karma Yoga, they all lead to the same goal. That goal is called moksha. Moksha means absolute freedom. Freedom from all tensions and stresses, freedom from all diseases, freedom from all misery, dukkha nivritti, sukha prapti is the goal of life, and freedom from all bondages also. What are the bondages? Bondage of the mind. What is it? Since we get up in the morning till we sleep in the night, we go on thinking and thinking and thinking. If you tell your mind, keep quiet, it won't. What is the bondage of the emotions? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Vatsarya. 6 enemies of man, very strong emotion. They enslave us. They put us into up and down, loss of volume, waves. And bondage of the intellect. What is the bondage of the intellect? Ignorance. Lack of knowledge. Wrong knowledge. Limited knowledge. And finally, bondage of this body itself. The body has to be fed, food, and fluids and others, everything we have to do. Can you overcome even this bondage? Krishna Bhagavan says, yes, it is possible. And that is called moksha. So that is our goal. And what is that state of moksha? The state of moksha is a state of infinite bliss, infinite knowledge, infinite power. So that is our original state, from where the whole creation has come. Therefore we all have been created from that state. And the first thing that emerges is the Anandamaya Kosha, from there to Vijnanamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, then the Annamaya Kosha. Annamaya Kosha is the physical body here, but in the world at large it's the physical world. So all these different layers come there. And what is it that we have to do? We have to manifest that divinity. Manifest that infinite power, knowledge into our life. Through Raj Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, all these streams. Earlier, they were not all called as yoga. For example, the Jnana, Bhakti, Karma, and yoga. But Swami Vivekananda codified that and said, since the goal of all these, whether it is the karma, jnana, or bhakti, they also lead to the same goal, we'll call them all as yoga. He coined this Jnana Yoga, Raj Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga. That's how he coined. And either you can work with the intellect as in Jnana Yoga, or work with the willpower in Raj Yoga, work with the emotions in Bhakti Yoga, or work in our day-to-day activities in Karma Yoga. All these lead to the same goal. So we chanted these 18 verses selected from Bhagavad Gita on Raj Yoga. Whatever we see in Patanjali Yoga Sutras, in 190 Sutras, 196 Sutras, in 4 chapters, the same is found in the Bhagavad Gita also. Bhagavad Gita is the most comprehensive text of yoga. Every chapter is a yoga. And therefore we selected the shlokas from different chapters and put them into these 18 verses. Put into these 8 different phases. Shloka number 1 talks about introduction to Raj Yoga. Then Bahiranga Yoga, that is Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara. Shloka number 2 to 5. Then the Antaranga Yoga, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. Shloka number 6 to 9. Once you start doing the practice, you get a lot of problems, hurdles, challenges. What are those things? 10. And what are the solutions for that? Shloka number 11. Then once you start doing that, what changes occur in us? What are the qualities that emerge in us? Has been described in Shloka number 12. Then you go into the higher dimensional Praja-yoga. Samadhi is not the ultimate. After Samadhi, the culmination of the Ashtanga Yoga, then you have the higher yogas or advanced Raj Yoga. That's all described in Shloka number 13 and 14. And such a great person, when he is going to leave the body, at the time of death, how does he leave the body? Beautifully described in Shloka number 15. When he leaves the body, what is going to happen? Where does he go? That is the goal of Raj Yoga, 16 to 18. So the whole spectrum of Raj Yoga has been put forth into these 8 phases. And this schematic describes you the whole spectrum of Raj Yoga and its speciality. So the first 5 limbs, the Bahiranga Yoga, Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara. The other 3 limbs, Antaranga Yoga, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. This is called the Ashtanga Yoga, the great contribution of Patanjali. And all people accepted this as yoga and they started using that. The greatest contribution of Patanjali, who codified everything. So, what is the way by which you can reach that moksha? The term he uses for moksha is called Kaivalya. Kaivalya is the word that Patanjali uses for moksha. And he called this also as Swarupa. That's our original state. And how to reach that Swarupa? He says, Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Go on silencing the mind. Go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And when all the Chitta Vrittis, all modifications of mind, all thoughts are completely gone. Tada drashtuhu sarupe avasthanam. Then you reach that inner original state that is called Swarupa, that is called the Kaivalya. So the goal is to gain the Kaivalya, and the methodology given for that is the Ashtanga Yoga to begin with, and the advanced Raj Yoga have been talked about. So, what is Yama and Niyama? A set of do's and don'ts. To achieve anything in our world, we do certain things and we don't do certain things. You are doing, let us say, that you are doing S-VYASA course. So, supposing you go on studying only geography, history, arithmetic, geometry and others. What is going to happen? Not that they are bad. So you have to consciously avoid doing certain things, and you must do certain things which are congenial. All the syllabus that has been prescribed in S-VYASA, you have to do that. That is so in every action, every profession. Set of do's, set of don'ts we have. So this is called Yama and Niyama. Similarly, Patanjali says, if you want to gain mastery over the mind, you must do certain things and you must avoid certain things. What should not be done are called as Yama. Yama is not the Lord of Death. Yama is a technical term that Patanjali uses. What are they? Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Aparigraha, Yamaha. It is right. So, all these things had to be followed. Ahimsa, non-violence. Satya, the truthfulness, transparency, integrity, honesty. Asteya, non-stealing. Brahmacharya, celibacy. aparigraha, non-possessiveness. Because if you don't follow this, your mind will become so distracted, you can't get control over the mind. Therefore, you should avoid this. For example, if you have all the time violent thoughts, I want to hit others, I want to beat this, I want to murder this, I want to terrorize, I want to shoot, all types of violent thoughts. If they come to you, then you will be lost. So, don't have violence. Himsa should be avoided totally. Himsa at the physical level should be stopped. That's the grossest manifestation of himsa. Then, in the talk, you must stop using very harsh words. No violence even in talk. And even at the mind level, they should not. Kaya, Vacha, Manasa. At all levels, this should be avoided. Kaya, or the physical level is the grossest. Vacha, the talk, is the second level. Third is at the mind level. So you have to see that violence is reduced, ahimsa is practiced more and more, and even in the mind it should not happen. Outside you may do that, but inside you may be doing, I'm going to do that, I'm going to finish this fellow inside. But outside, oh, you're so nice, so good, you may talk. So that is the thing that happens out. So inside also it should be. Achara and vichara should be together. That's how you have to build the set of do's and don'ts into our life. What are the do's? Niyamas. Shaucha, Santosha, Tapas, Swadhyaya, Ishvara Pranidhanani, Niyamaha. That cleanliness. Shaucha. Shaucha outside, Shaucha inside. Shaucha of the body, everyday we take the bath, wash the face, brush the teeth, all these things we do. But inside, the Hatha Yoga gives you techniques to cleanse inside. They are called the Kriyas, the Shik Kriyas, Shak Kriyas. It's all still in the physical level. And cleansing our talk, cleansing our mind, all these things are implicated in the Shaucha. Santosha. If you want to practice one thing in yoga, to exclusion of all things, I don't have much time, I want to practice only one thing. Somebody asked, what do you say? So that says Santosha. What is Santosha? Be happy all the time. Smile on the face. Whatever may be the situation, can you maintain the smile on the face? Can you be happy all the time? One single thing if you practice, you will reach the highest. What that is? Santoshat, anuttama sukhalabhaha, unparalleled bliss. You can reach that Kaivalya itself if you practice just one, that is Santosha. Very easy, Even if you don't do asana, pranayama, mudra, bandha, kriya, meditation, if you can't do anything, at least have a smile on the face. All the time have the smile, smile on the face. Maintain that Santosha. Tapas, Swadhyaya, Ishvara Pranidhana. These are the 6 do's. 5 do's and 5 puts them as 10. Just like there are 10 commandments. Patanjali has these 10 commandments. What is to be done, what is not to be done. If Christ gave the 10 commandments, here Patanjali gives the 10 commandments. Manovarsha gives the 10 commandments. Then comes the third, that is the asanas. Use the body to gain mastery over the mind. How to use the body to read the mind? Observe animals, how they do that. How they nicely relax. So our ancient seers replicated, understood how the animals go to different positions in a very natural way to get that calmness of the mind. to gain mastery over the mind. They develop all these different asanas, yogic postures. Yogic postures are not physical exercises. But if you do asanas very fast, then it will become exercise. But how it has to be done? Sthira, chira, sukha. You must maintain the position first and go on relaxing in that position, so you'll be able to maintain that position for longer and longer time. And tune your mind to that all-pervasive blissful awareness. Padma gives in 2 sutras the whole essence of that. Prayatna Shaithilya Ananta Samapatti Bhyam said. Relaxation of the effort. When you go to a particular position, you are putting effort to go to that position. That has to be relaxed. Relax the effort. The key essence of asana therefore is relaxation, relaxation, relaxation. Somebody asked me, which is the best asana that you recommend for me? Give me one asana. I can't do all this asana. I don't have. I said Shavasana. Shavasana is the best. Go on doing Shavasana many times and relax, relax, relax. Very easy. Number of people like this thing. One thing is Santosha, another side is Shavasana. Relaxation. Can you stay in lying down and go on relaxing? No sleep. Normally what happens when you are doing that, if you are trying to calm the mind, slow the mind, then you go to sleep. No sleep. Though very easy it looks, very difficult to practice Shavasana. But if you can do that practice, it works wonders. Dr. Date, a very famous cardiologist in Bombay, he used to have a large number of hypertensive, people suffering from blood pressure. So he found this Shavasana is the best. He used to make them do about 5 times, 8 times in a day Shavasana. He collected a large amount of data, 15,000 hypertensives, and he found in all these people, BP came down. They were able to get normalized. Such is the wonder of Shavasana. So asana. Then comes pranayama. Pranayama, again, is to gain mastery over the breathing. Through breathing, gain mastery over the prana. What is the key essence of pranayama? Is to slow down the breathing. Just like in asana there is relaxation, in pranayama there is slowing of the breath. Because by relaxation, by slowing up breath, you gain control over the mind. The uncontrolled speed of the mind is going to come down. Many people think that pranayama is fast breathing, faster mind, fast. Just like many people think that asana is physical exercise, do it faster. How do they advance in asanas? If you are doing in 30 minutes, you are doing initially 15 asanas, you must do 20 asanas, 30 asanas, 100 asanas. Can you do that? That they think is advanced. These are all making yoga asanas as exercise. Similarly, pranayama, you must do fast breathing. Kapalabhati. Kapalabhati is a kriya. It's very good. Fast exercises helps to shatter the tamas. Good. We call it dynamic asana, Shithirikanda Vyayam, we call here. Similarly, the fast breathing techniques, they are the ones that shatter the tamas. They are called the kriyas, cleansing. But pranayama is the reverse of that, slowing down. Our normal breathing rate, 15 to 18 per minute. Can you reduce it to 12 per minute, 10 per minute, 5 per minute, 2 per minute, 1 per minute? Then 1 breath in 2 minutes, 1 breath in 3 minutes. Go slowing down. I had a great pranayama master whom I met. 1 breath, 5 minutes. Very great achievement. So this is the pranayama. Then pratyahara. Patanjali says, use your senses to gain mastery over the mind. How to do that? All our senses always rush towards their object of enjoyment. Sense with the sense pleasures, object. It says, you withdraw The rush of the senses should be reduced. Just like the rush of the mind has to be reduced, you use the rush of the senses has to be reduced. Because the rush of the mind, uncontrolled speed of the mind, manifests as rush of the senses. You like a particular object, you like your gulab jamun, no? Immediately you want to go and eat. Wait. Don't be in a hurry. Take. When all things are served in bhojan mantra, has to be chanted and do that. Why? Because practice of pratyahara. In pratyahara, the ahara for the senses has to be mellowed down. Rush has to be reduced. Thereby the mind also comes down. This is how, but indirectly, you gain mastery over the mind. And direct control over the mind. Dharana, dhyana, samadhi. In dharana, you fix the mind on a single thought. You may choose a onkara, you choose your Ishtadevata, fix your mind. Don't allow your mind to go here and there. That's called dharana. Focusing of the mind on a single thought. But if you do dharana, you start getting headache here, even in a few minutes. So what is to be done? You have to do dharana effortlessly. That's called dhyana. So when you withdraw the effort involved in dharana, it becomes dhyana. Tatra pratyaya ekatanata dhyanam. That's Patanjali said. Ekathanata, one single thought has to be relaxed. What Krishna says, Shanaihi, Uparame, Buddhya, Dhruti Gruhitaya. On relaxing the mind, single thought. So this is the essence of dhyana. When you go on staying in dhyana for longer and longer time, you get samadhi. Samyak adhiyate iti samadhi. That means mind becomes one with the thought. The seer becomes one with the seen. And there's an explosion inside. The mind expands to the higher level of consciousness. And there's immense amount of bliss involved in that samadhi. And therefore, samadhi is the culmination of the Ashtanga Yoga. But many people think that samadhi is the end of the game. But Patanjali says no. There are a large number of samadhis. He codified them into 8 types of samadhi. Vichara, Vitarka, Ananda, Aspita, Anugamat, Sampragnataha, Tadanyaha, Sampragnataha. 8 types of samadhi he talks about. And that is to go deeper and deeper into the samadhi. They are called the advanced Raj Yoga. You can see that. What characterizes this advanced Raj Yoga? You start fathoming higher and higher laws of the universe. You start having more and more bliss. Ananda increases. And your knowledge starts increasing. More and more knowledge of the higher and higher dimensions. And people go into the Trikala Gnanis. They can know what is happening in the past, now and what is going to happen in the future. Everything they are able to know. Trikala Gnani. And the power. You get confession over the body. People just float up, levitation. The body is getting divinized. Just see that the body is divinized. Ramalingam Mahaswami, great Siddhar, Sant Grandev, Shankaracharya, Lahari Mahashaya, Yukteswaragiri, all number of our great seers entered into these higher levels, higher levels of consciousness. And the ultimate is the Kaivalya, in which you merge and become one with the totality. This is the whole spectrum of Raj Yoga. So what we have to do? We have to see that we start with Yama and Niyama, the foundation. And when you do the asanas, go on relaxing. When you do the pranayama, go on reducing the speed of the breath. And go on reducing the rush of senses toward the sense objects, indirectly. And everyday practice is dharana. Choose your Ishtadevata, choose your object which you like very much. Go on fixing your mind on that. Do it effortlessly. And just stage will come when you stay there longer and longer time, the mind will go into that samadhi. Tadeva arthamatrane bhasa swarupa shunyameva samadhi. Satpatadi. You have become one with that thought, and large amount of bliss comes. So this is the whole spectrum. So let us do that for a short while. Sit with the eyes closed. Relax all parts of the body from toes to head. Beautiful smile on the face. Take a deep breath and slowly breathe out. Remember an Om or Ishtadevata that you have, the object of meditation. Stay in that single thought of your Ishtadevata. Single thought effortlessly. Allow the mind to become one with that single thought. Ananda Vaikosha, Ananda, Santosha. Let us spread the fragrance of that bliss to everyone whom we meet today. Keeping the smile on the face. To be happy all the time is our birthright, says Patanjali, says Swami Vivekananda. So that is the practice of yoga throughout the day. Come to Namaskar Mudra.